Welcome to Hockey Extra and our first episode with Hockey Calgary's Summit program. We're here with Tom Renney today to talk about a few of the different things that are involving hockey and how we can all make impacts on them. Tom, as president and CEO of Hockey Canada, what are you trying to accomplish with the grassroots program?
Well, make sure that it stays viable, make sure that parents and adults across the country recognize the value of putting their kids in hockey in the first place, and making sure from that point on that we've sort of set the hook, if you will, because of good content, good program content, but more importantly than anything else, getting kids out on the ice on a regular basis to have a great time.
Well, and great time is really what it's all about. So those challenges that are facing, how do you foresee them being overcome?
Well, I think you've got to stay with it. First of all, we have to recognize where we are in 2014 and realize that the game has changed in lots of ways for parents. Quite honestly, for our demographic in general, sociologically it has. It's a big country. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of choices out there vis-a-vis other sports, for example, but also, in our everyday life with technology. The most important thing is to understand that being active is as critical as anything. We want them to play hockey. We want kids to play hockey, no question about that. But the bigger issue here for me is making sure that we stay engaged, because if we don't stay engaged with activity, with sport of any kind, 10 or 15 years from now, we're going to have a real serious physical and mental health problem in our country. And so for my money, without a doubt, sports and hockey especially deliver on a lot of aspects of what we want to be all about down the road.
Well, I agree with you 100%. Hockey can be a great vehicle for everybody in Canada to overcome and grow as individuals and communities.
Yeah, no question. And I think we've got to make sure that, the adult leadership is there, that they too stay engaged, that we continue to respect and solicit the help of our volunteers, make it almost easier for them to step up and participate, because without the adult leadership, you don't have much of anything, and I'm talking primarily about the volunteer. Without that, and in my mind, hockey has the greatest volunteer base in the world, and I think that we've got to recognize that, continue to really identify with those people, give them the tools with which to do their job, make it easier for them to do their job, maybe less legislation, more acknowledgement, and more kids playing.
I agree, they're a special group of people.
No question. I mean, without them, the game doesn't exist. It's no different than referees. If we don't have referees, we're standing out there looking at each other. So, volunteers really are the backbone of the game.
Well, that's fantastic. I appreciate your time, and best of luck getting the message across to everybody else in the country.
My pleasure. Thank you.